There is a moment right now where you and your heart can meet in a gentle space of truth. You might have carried years of quiet self-criticism, old memories that echo in your mind, or a subtle feeling that you are not enough. These feelings are not wrong. They are simply signals calling you home to yourself. Healing begins when you allow yourself to be present with what you feel without pushing it away. There is a deep wisdom in your body, in your breath, in the very cells of your being that knows how to mend, how to soothe, how to return to balance. Even if the mind has been loud with judgment or doubt, the soul has been whispering, "You are worthy of love." When we begin to speak to ourselves with kindness, a door opens to a softer, warmer inner world. And in that world, miracles happen quietly. When you stand before a mirror, you're not simply looking at a reflection of skin and eyes and hair. You're looking at the story you've been telling yourself about who you are. The mirror has been with you in many moments. When you prepared to face a new day, when you felt joy, when you felt sorrow. It does not lie, but it reflects exactly what you believe about yourself. The beauty of mirror work is that it allows you to see beyond the surface. It lets you speak directly to the soul through the eyes and remind yourself of the truth, that you are lovable, capable, and whole. Many of us have used the mirror as a place to judge ourselves, noticing what we think is wrong. But when you shift, when you begin to meet your own gaze with softness, the mirror becomes a sacred tool. You begin to see the light that has been there all along. Our thoughts are like seeds planted in the soil of the mind. Some seeds grow into flowers of joy, while others grow into weeds of fear. The words we say to ourselves every day are the water and sunlight that determine what grows. If you tell yourself you are not enough, the body will feel heavy and the heart will tighten. If you tell yourself you are learning, growing, and doing your best, your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, and your energy lightens. This is the mind-body connection at work. Every cell in your body listens to your thoughts, responding to the emotions they carry. When you choose gentle, loving thoughts, you invite healing into your entire being. The body feels safe to release tension. The heart feels safe to open, and the mind begins to look for beauty instead of flaws. There is a quiet power in making eye contact with yourself in the mirror and speaking words of love out loud. At first, it may feel strange or uncomfortable, especially if you have spent years avoiding your own gaze or being critical of your appearance. But that discomfort is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are stepping into new territory, a space where the old patterns no longer belong. The more you practice, the more you will notice a shift. Your voice will carry more confidence, your eyes will shine with more warmth, and your heart will believe what you are saying. Healing in this way is not about forcing yourself to feel positive instantly. It is about creating a gentle, consistent flow of love toward yourself until it becomes natural. Think of your mind as a garden and the mirror as a window into that garden. If the garden has been filled with weeds, it is not because you failed. It is because the weeds were planted long ago by others' words, by misunderstandings, by old pain. You do not have to judge the weeds. You simply begin to plant new seeds, seeds of truth, seeds of love. Each time you look in the mirror and say something kind, you plant another seed. Over time, those seeds grow stronger and the weeds grow weaker until one day you look into the mirror and see not the pain of the past, but the beauty of the present. This practice becomes even more powerful when you understand that the mirror is not separate from you. It is not an object that stands apart. It is an extension of your awareness. When you smile into the mirror, the energy of that smile flows back into you. When you speak a loving word, the sound of your voice vibrates through your body, sending signals of peace and safety to your nervous system. The mirror becomes a partner in your healing, holding space for you to be honest, vulnerable, and kind all at once. You may notice resistance rise up as you begin. Thoughts like, "This won't work," or "I don't deserve this," may appear. This is simply the old voice of the past, trying to protect you from change. You can thank that voice for trying to keep you safe and gently let it know that you are choosing a new way now. You are choosing to heal, to grow, and to love yourself in ways you have always needed. The mirror will help you see this transformation, one word, one breath, one day at a time. And so, in this sacred space between you and your reflection, there is no need to be perfect. There is only the need to be present. Every kind word you offer yourself is a thread in the fabric of your healing. Every moment of eye contact is a reminder that you are here, you are alive, and you are worthy of your own love. This is the beginning of seeing yourself with the eyes of compassion, and it is from here that true, lasting healing can grow. Before speaking loving words to the self, it helps to prepare the heart so it can receive them. Healing words fall gently, but they settle deeply when the heart is open. A quiet moment can make all the difference. It might be as simple as closing the eyes for a few breaths, feeling the chest rise and fall, letting the shoulders soften. This is not about forcing the mind to be silent, but about giving it permission to slow down. In that pause, there's a soft doorway where peace can enter. Standing before the mirror after such a moment is like meeting an old friend. You arrive not with judgment, but with openness. The body senses this readiness, and the inner self feels safe to listen. Creating a space where you can be alone, without distractions, allows the practice to become a conversation between your truth and your reflection. There is no rush here. Healing moves at the pace of love. In this space of readiness, the first words you speak can be the ones that release the old burdens. Many of us carry silent stories from the past, moments we wish had gone differently, mistakes we think we should not have made, or feelings we have judged as wrong. These stories live in the body as tightness, as heaviness, as resistance to joy, but words can loosen their grip. Speaking to the mirror, you might begin with simple phrases like, "I forgive myself," or "I am willing to see myself with love." These are not just sounds. They are signals to the deepest part of you that you are ready to let go. Forgiveness is not pretending the pain never happened. It is choosing to stop carrying it as a weight. As you release, you make space for new, life-giving beliefs to take root. You might feel emotion rise in these moments. Let it come. Tears, smiles, or deep sighs are all signs that the heart is responding to your words. When we speak to ourselves with love, we are also speaking to the part of us that is timeless, the inner child that still lives within. This child is not a memory, it is the living essence of innocence, curiosity, and hope. Often, this inner self has longed for kindness, for reassurance, for the simple words, "You are safe, you are loved." Mirror work allows those words to finally be heard. As you look into your eyes, you might imagine that you are speaking to this younger self, holding them close in your heart. The tone of your voice naturally becomes gentler, the gaze softer. You are not trying to fix the child. You are offering them what they always needed: unconditional acceptance. With each loving phrase, the inner child begins to trust again, to believe that the world can be safe and that you, the adult self, will protect and cherish them. This bond strengthens the more you practice, and it becomes a quiet foundation for your own healing. The mirror becomes a meeting place between the past and the present. The adult self brings wisdom and compassion, while the inner child brings openness and joy. Together, they create a new story, one where love is the constant thread. You may find yourself smiling at your reflection not out of habit, but out of genuine affection. You may notice that your own eyes seem brighter, as though a light has been switched on inside. This is the light of self-acceptance, and it grows stronger with every moment you spend honoring the truth of who you are. It does not matter how long you have lived with self-doubt or fear. The moment you choose love, you begin to change the entire tone of your inner world. By releasing the old pain and speaking to the heart of your being with gentleness, you set in motion a new way of relating to yourself. The mirror no longer feels like a place of criticism. It becomes a sanctuary. The words you speak there are not empty. They carry the vibration of your sincerity, and as the body, mind, and spirit hear these new messages, they begin to align. The muscles in your face relax, your breathing deepens, and there is a warmth in your chest that feels like home. This is what it means to truly prepare the heart for healing, to create the space, speak the words that free you, and offer love to the part of you that has always been waiting for it. When you have opened the heart and soothed the tender places within, there comes a moment to speak directly into your wholeness. These are the affirmations that do not just address what needs healing, but celebrate what is already true about you. You might stand before the mirror and say slowly, with deep breath, "I am worthy of love. I am whole and complete. I am at peace with myself." The power is not in rushing through the words, but in allowing each one to settle into your being. Look into your own eyes as you say them, letting the truth behind the words sink in. It may feel unfamiliar at first, like trying on a new piece of clothing, but the more you repeat them, the more they feel like they belong to you. Affirmations are like drops of water that polish a stone. Over time, they smooth away the roughness of old beliefs and reveal the natural beauty beneath. Speaking these truths is an act of planting seeds for the future. Your mind begins to anticipate feeling at peace. Your body starts to relax into the expectation of safety, and your spirit opens to the possibility of joy. This is not about pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about choosing to meet those challenges from a place of inner strength. Each time you declare your worth and wholeness in the mirror, you strengthen a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You begin to carry these affirmations beyond the mirror into the way you speak to yourself during the day, into the way you make choices, and into the way you hold yourself in moments of difficulty. From here, the mind and heart are ready to imagine the healed self. The mirror offers a powerful stage for this vision. As you look at your reflection, you can begin to see beyond the present moment and glimpse the version of yourself who has already stepped into peace, joy, and confidence. You might notice your posture shift, your face soften, your eyes shine more brightly. This is not fantasy. It is a form of alignment. When you visualize yourself as healed, you send a message to your mind and body that this is the reality you are creating. The cells of your body respond to these images, adjusting in subtle ways to support this new identity. The heart, too, swells with hope, and the soul feels the truth that you are moving closer to who you were always meant to be. This vision is strengthened by the law of energy. What you focus on expands. By seeing yourself as whole in the mirror, you draw more wholeness into your life. You begin to notice opportunities that align with your well-being, relationships that support your growth, and choices that honor your self-worth. It becomes easier to let go of what no longer serves you because you are so clearly holding a picture of what does. And in time, the line between the vision and your daily reality becomes thinner until it disappears. To carry this transformation beyond the mirror, it helps to weave it into the small moments of everyday life. You might begin your mornings with a few minutes of mirror work, setting the tone for your day with affirmations of love and gratitude. In the evening, you might return to the mirror to release the tension of the day, reminding yourself that you are safe and enough just as you are. You can pair this with journaling, writing down the thoughts and feelings that arise after your practice. This simple act creates a record of your growth, allowing you to see how your self-talk shifts over time. Small, consistent acts of love become powerful over days, weeks, and months. They rewire the patterns of the mind and teach the body to live in a state of peace rather than fear. The more you integrate mirror work into your daily rhythm, the more natural it feels. What once felt like a strange exercise becomes a treasured ritual. You may notice that the voice of your inner critic grows quieter, replaced by the steady, warm tone of self-compassion. You might find that moments of stress are easier to navigate because you carry the anchor of your own loving words. You begin to realize that healing is not something that happens in one great moment, but in many small, tender ones. And so, as you stand before your reflection, know that you are meeting more than an image. You are meeting the truth of your being. You are engaging in a conversation with your soul, offering it the love, respect, and kindness it has always deserved. This is a journey that belongs to you alone, yet it connects you to the great truth that every being is worthy of love. The mirror becomes a doorway, and with every word spoken into it, you step more fully into the light of your own heart. The final truth is simple. Healing is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering who you have always been. You are whole. You are enough. You are love. Let these words echo in the quiet spaces of your mind. Let them rest gently in your heart, and let them shine in your eyes each time you meet yourself in the mirror. And as you do, watch how your soul responds, softening, opening, and blooming into the fullness of its beauty.